tree for the entire year. And it's already been on a couple of times, and a ton of it's already sold out. You can choose either the multicolor lights or the clear lights. Choose one or the other, and then choose your size that you would like: 5 foot, 6.5, 7.5, or 9. They're all on 5 easy payments and exclusive to QVC. The 5-foot tree is 5 payments of $45.80. The 6.5-foot tree is 5 payments of $65.80. The 7.5-foot tree is 5 payments of $83.80. And the 9-foot tree is 5 payments of $113.80. Now, Stan, you'll have to update me. Do we have any 9-foot left in clear? There's 2 left. We started the show with 4 of the 9-foot, which is this guy. Where is he? Oh, he's not even out here. Oh, Chad, come on out. Chad's hiding in the back, waiting for a grand introduction.
Hi, Carolyn.
Chad Johnston, everyone. Ta-da!
How are you?
Friend. I always say he's one of my favorites to work with here.
Thank you.
Chad, of course, works for Bethlehem Lights and brings us some great things. So we didn't even put the 9-foot clear up out here because we knew it would be sold out. So there's 2 left, but we can show you, starting with the big guy, the height of this 9-foot white flocked tree. We do have a few more than that left in the multi. So 1 dozen is all. So Chad, this is your only white tree with white flocking for the entire year if you want a totally white tree.
So we do 1 white with white flocking every year. That's it. This is the one. We introduced it on July 1st.
Wow.
And this is it. And it is absolutely beautiful. We basically took the same collection that we did last year, but we made it a little bit wider, and we added more lights to each of the sizes. So this one, for example, on this 9-foot size, has 850 lights. It is jam-packed. The other thing we did is we made it a 6-color jewel tone multi.
Gorgeous.
It's just beautiful. And we have the studio lights somewhat up here, and it's that beautiful. You should see it when it gets really dark. It is amazing.
Let's show all the sizes, and then we'll bring the lights down. I want to show, too, how the flocking doesn't come off all over the place.
No.
We're going to put it together. So next to me right here is the 7.5-foot multi. And then up here in the front is the 5-foot clear, if you'd like that one. The 5-foot trees have been very popular as well. I'd say if you want the smallest or the largest, don't dilly-dally, because those always go first.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Then right here we have the 7.5-foot clear. And you can see, I'm always trying to gauge when I'm shopping for trees at home, how tall is that? So I'm 5'7". How tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
So he's 6'4". He's a smidge taller than the 6-foot tree. So this is definitely a giant tree. If you've got, if you don't have the vaulted ceiling.
This is our most popular size.
7.5.
And the reason being, Carolyn, is that most people have 8-foot ceilings.
Yes.
And so they measure it from the floor to the top of the tip is 7.5 feet. So you still have room to put a topper on it.
Excellent. Now, here's the 6-foot tree, 6.5-foot trees back here. So again, Chad, stand next to that so they can see. Chad is a little taller than 6. Well, you're actually.
This is 6.5. I'm
6'4". So it's 1 inch taller than you.
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm 5'7", so you can see I can definitely, without a ladder, put my angel topper on the top of the 6.5-foot tree. So that's the great medium-sized tree. And then down here, there's the 6.5-foot clear. And then down here is the multicolor 5-foot. 5-foot trees have been very popular for people who have downsized to a smaller place, if you have an apartment, or if you want a second tree in the home office or the den or the kids' rooms, or the foyer. Maybe you don't have a giant foyer, but you want to have a tree out there in the front. The 5-foot tree.
It's a great size, and just because it's 5 foot, a little bit smaller, it has 300 lights. It's full of tips, so it is a beautiful full tree.
So we're going to bring the lights down, but first let me quickly show you all the prices I rattled off earlier. So again, our retail values are conservative, but you're looking at a huge savings on the sale price at QVC. If you could even find this at retail, it's exclusive to us and our only white tree of the year from Bethlehem Lights with flocking. So 5 payments starting at $45.80 and up to $113.80 depending on the size that you choose. So we've brought the lights down a little bit. Oh my goodness, Winter Wonderland.
Is this gorgeous?
Wow.
It's amazing. I mean, we saw it before with the studio lights up. The nice thing about these trees, they look beautiful during the daytime. They look beautiful when the lights are off. And then when the lights are on, it is awesome. And when your lights come down in your house, it is glowing.
I love it.
Carolyn, these are incandescent lights, okay? They're not LEDs, and we still have so many traditional Christmas enthusiasts out there who want the real incandescent lights. And what it does is it gives that full 360 degrees symmetrical glow. That's why it looks like the tree is like illuminating from within.
And again, if you like the nostalgic look, there's nothing more nostalgic than a flock tree with incandescent lights.
Oh no, it looks awesome.
Absolutely beautiful. So let's put one together.
You want to put one together?
And show how easy it is. And I also want everybody to know this is not old-fashioned spray can flocking that comes off all over the floor, all over your clothes, gets all over everything. You're constantly vacuuming every single day. This is the new and improved flocking that stays on. You might lose a kernel or two, but it's not going to be all over the place.
The first time you set up, there might be a little bit on the floor, but the flocking today's day has come
far
so far.
This is what you won't have is a jumbled up pile of plugs.
That's what we used to give. We actually used to give a power strip with our old trees because that's how. But now with instant power technology.
And that means all the power's in the pole,
that's right. And this is patented by Bethlehem Lights. So all I'm going to do is drop it straight down, and because it's incandescent, you need to line it up. The Ready Shape technology allows it.
It fluffs itself.
It fluffs itself. The first time you get it out of the box, you'll have to shape it a little bit, but then from then on, every time.
Show the pole.
Okay.
Can you show the see here? Everything's in there, you guys. You just plug it in. There's see the male part, the female part's down there. You just plug it in.
That's
like
a plug.
Any kind of plug.
And each section is labeled A, B, and C. Now I'm setting up the 6.5 foot tree, Carolyn. The heaviest section on this tree is the one that I just put together.
Wow.
13 pounds, that's it.
It's manageable, even if you're decorating by yourself. You don't have to wait for somebody to come over and help.
And this is section C, and it just goes in again. You just line it up, you drop it down.
And look, you don't even have to fluff it. And I want you to see, Chad has dark gray pants. There's no flocking on his pants, and there's
look
like,
at the floor.
Seriously, there you can barely see what fell on the floor. Like a couple of kernels.
Here's a little piece right here.
Yeah.
And so the first time you set up, but when the dogs walk by, the cats walk by, you don't have to worry about like the old-fashioned flocking. You literally walk in the room and it's coming on you.
It's amazing.
And now it's really just awesome.
I love that clear white. Okay, the clear white 9 foot is completely sold out. If you want the 9 foot, there's a handful left in the multicolor. That's it. The 5 foot tree is very popular in this show, and it usually is.
Again, the 5 foot tree, every one of these trees has more lights than we typically put on our other trees. We did that on purpose because with the flocking, we wanted to make sure that the extra illumination looks great. It's jam-packed with 300 lights on this one.
Now, Bethlehem Lights will have a green flocked tree later in the year, but this is the only one they're bringing us that's white with white flocking. If you want the white tree, white trees have been very popular this year. And I think people are getting a second tree, want one that's different than the one they already have.
They are so on trend. And listen, they've always been popular. And 5 years ago we did one. The problem was the consumer ratings were poor because the flocking would flock everywhere.
Yeah.
You can literally, you can bang on this.
This almost feels like a bottle brush tree. I mean, because the flocking is really on there, like popcorn kernels almost. It's not, look, I'm touching it. I'm just going to show you here. I'm squeezing the top of this little 5 foot tree here, and look at my hand.
You want to know?
There's nothing came off. Look. Nothing's coming off.
And Carolyn, the other thing that Bethlehem Lights does, which is different than what's out in the market because it's more expensive to do it, we take a tube, and I wish I had one on me, but we take a tube and we put it over every single incandescent light. Then we flock the entire tree, we light the tree, then we take the tubes off of the lights. And the reason why we do that is because we want you to see the brilliance of the lighting. Some other companies just flock everything.
The flocking covers the lights.
And it covers the lights, and it's less expensive to do it that way.
And
this way,
you don't see the lights.
You don't see it as well.
I really like this tree a lot.
Isn't it beautiful?
If you want the 9 foot, we only have multi left, and how many do we have, Stan? Fewer than a dozen. If you want the 9 foot model, that's for the year.
Yes.
There's no more of these coming back in. We have 7.5 and 6.5 and 5, clear or multi in each one. This is just a pristine, beautiful, nostalgic tree, but with state-of-the-art technology. No wires everywhere, the power's in the pole, it fluffs itself, it's got that memory wire in the branches, and when you take it apart, it's just as easy. Let's say hi to Nancy in New Jersey. Hi, Nancy, welcome, please meet Chad.
Hi, Carolyn, hi, Chad.
Hi, Nancy.
Nice to have you with us on the show. Did you like this tree?
I absolutely love it. I actually have the smaller one in the multi.
Okay.
Nice. Right here.
So I went for the big one in the clear.
Oh, great. So
I'm so excited to get it. Absolutely excited to get it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Don't you love the flock trees? They just remind me of when I was a little girl, but we used to have to buy that spray can with the Santa Claus on it. And then the flocking went everywhere, right, Nancy?
Yes, it did.
But not anymore. This is absolutely superb. It looks old-fashioned,
very,
but it's
pretty.
not. Yeah.
Nancy, are you going to decorate it, or are you going to leave it just like it is?
Well, the multicolored one, I left the way it is because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It really, I just loved it plain. I didn't need to decorate it. But this I might just put, it's so pretty, it really doesn't need much. So I'm going to see when I get it home.
Could you like pick a color theme maybe and do all the same color bulbs or something?
Yes.
Well, enjoy it, Nancy, and you got a wonderful price today.
Thank you so much. Very excited to get it.
Thanks.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi.
That's my sister Mary Jo. Can you say hi to my sister Mary Jo, my husband Tommy?
Hi, Mary Jo and
Hi,
Tommy.
Hi, Mary Jo.
You guys rock. Thank you so much. All right, enjoy
Merry
your tree, you
Christmas.
guys.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas in
Love you
July.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, so
That's fun.
let's show all the sizes. I know you want to put one together again real quick.
Okay.
So here we have the five multi. Here's
7.5.
7.5 clear. Here's the 5-foot clear. And then we have the 7.5-foot multi.
Correct.
And then this is the only one we have left in 9-foot.
9 foot.
And only a smidge, less than 12 to go around if you want the 9-foot multi. Clear is sold out. We have the 6.5-foot multi over here, 6.5-foot clear over here, and then finally your 5-foot multi. He's just so cute, you want to give him a giant hug. And you won't get flocking on your clothes if you do.
But by the way, even though he's 5 foot, you could still hide behind him, and this is the best part about QVC. We don't decorate it. You can't see through. You can't see the center pole. And every part of this is white. The lights are white. The pole is white.
Everything's
the flocking's white, so you don't see anything inside.
So we're going to put one together, and then I'll show you the prices real quick. Okay, so here is the clear that we did. We're going to put together a multicolor now.
Okay, so this is actually clear also.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But this is the bigger one. This is a 7.5 foot.
Okay, so still only 3 pieces.
Still only 3 pieces.
Okay.
Works the same way. You just line it up just like this, drop it down, and it falls right into place.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to grab section B.
Okay.
Section B is the heaviest section of this tree.
Okay.
And it's only 16 pounds.
Easy to handle.
So it's manageable. I have a bad back and I can do it.
Fantastic. Oh, look how gorgeous
Is that
Oh,
awesome?
that is so beautiful.
And then here's the final section right here.
I hear sleigh bells. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
How great is that?
So there's your 7.5, here's your 6.5. We have them both in multicolor as well. Here comes the price breakdown on your screen. 5 easy payments starting at just $45.80 for that 5-foot tree, and then up to $113.80 for the 9-foot, which is very limited. Choose the one you want, because these won't be around in the fall. Once they sell out, that's it for this year. Thank you, Chad. See you soon. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for holiday decorating with yours truly. I hope you enjoyed the show. Meanwhile, Dan is coming up next with an hour of our Delta.